Do you ever fear that when you ask someone questions, you're going to come across as seeming like you're too forward, or what's even worse, that you're like this creepy invasion into their privacy? We all know that to increase connection with others, it's best by asking questions, by having that curious mindset. But often my clients will admit to me that they fear that when they ask questions, they'll come across as nosy, and so they just refrain from asking any questions at all. Well, that makes it look like they just aren't interested in having a conversation. So how do you know when it's okay to ask questions and when it's not? Well, first of all, my advice is look for the green light with people. A green light would be when someone voluntarily reveals something about themselves to you. For instance, someone just voluntarily tells you in conversation that they just moved here from California. You could then ask a follow-up question, so what brought you here from California? It's perfectly okay to ask that, because if they didn't want you to ask a follow-up question, they wouldn't have revealed that information in the first place. And once you start asking these follow-up questions, look at their body cues. Do they appear comfortable? Are they freely continuing to answer your questions with good eye contact, with open body language? Or are they shifting their eyes away? Are they looking uncomfortable? Having more of a closed body language? Briefly answering your questions. If that's the case, then it's probably time to shut it down. And you can do that by just revealing something about yourself and then changing the subject. Nobody wants to be peppered with so many questions. They feel like it's a machine gun gunning them down. The point is to increase connection and learn from people, and that should make them feel more comfortable, not like they're the recipient of some kind of interrogation. And lastly, when you do ask questions, make sure that your curiosity is pure. Make sure that you're not asking them questions to lead them down a path, to try to sell them your product or service, or ask them for a favor. Make sure that you're not asking them any leading questions. You're just curious. You're just wanting to get to know them. You're just wanting to form that connection. And when you do that, they're going to appreciate the focus that you're giving them, and they're going to appreciate your curiosity for what it is, pure curiosity with no hidden motives.